How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Software Inc. and welcome back to Nerdrosoft. Just before we dive into things, I wanted to let you know that from March 11th until March 22nd, I am going to be out of town, out of the country. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to Sweden, which is a country that I love. So videos during that time are going to be pre-recorded. I'm going to try my best to address feedback before I go, and any feedback that comes in while I'm away, I will get to it in the episodes that come out after March 22nd. If you're watching this after March 22nd, 2024, still weird saying 2024, by the way, but if you're watching it after that time, don't worry about it. Anyway, just wanted to let you know that's the case. I am getting around to the comments, but I want to make sure there's stuff while I'm away. Let's get to it. And what I want to get to today actually does sort of concern some of the comments. I've seen a couple of people talking about how to best hide gold that we bring in. And for the most part, it seems like the feedback has been get a basement, which you can build if you have your own office. So we might want to consider that if and when we move into our own property and build our own office. And I've also seen a few people suggesting that instead of waiting for an operating system to support a 3D editor, which if we take a look at the moment, one of them does actually. That's interesting. Okay, so we're a little bit late on this, but it's still something we could potentially do. Basically, instead of waiting for this to come out and waiting for more operating systems, we could just go and make our own operating system and go from there, which I might do. We have $113.5 million. We could definitely afford to bring in a few more teams to make an operating system. But I think what I'm going to do before we do any of that is we're going to move, because this apartment building is not big enough for Nerdrosoft anymore. Now, what I would like to do, just before we do that, is I'd like to go in here and I'd like to save the styles for this thing, because I want to be able to recreate this this Nerdrosoft logo. I don't want to have to go and get the color codes again. So we're gonna do that. We have all the colors in here now, which is great. We have them in order from top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. So teal, purple, orange, blue. That's fantastic. That's the only thing I want to bring with me. So at this point, we're going to be moving the company. We're not going to go to an empty plot yet. We could afford to, but I'm just not going to yet. I'm kind of thinking Skyscraper Inc. is the way to go. Now, Hardware Inc. would be interesting. It would let us print a lot more things, and that's admittedly very tempting. But I think we'll go for the Skyscraper for now, because we're not really going to be going too crazy with hardware. We are going to print our own products, but we're not doing hardware. And so this is what we're dealing with. We only have one little office space down here at the bottom of the tower. It's all right. It could be better. It could be worse. It's got 2 bathrooms per office space, which is great. Well, it's got 2 bathrooms on that side. The other side is an elevator, which is completely fine. I'm not really too worried about that. What I am thinking, though, is that this doesn't give me much room for leaders' offices, which is slightly disappointing. I was hoping we'd have some room for leaders' offices, but I guess that's just not going to be a thing. So what I think I'm going to do is actually lease out some of the rooms up here at the top, and we're going to sort of work our way down instead of starting at the bottom and finding ourselves here. So we're going to start with these guys, and I need to work out just how much space I'm going to need. So let me have a look at my teams. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So let's go and lease out 5 of these floors. So that's 2. Yeah, that is 2. This will be floor number 3. This is number 4, and this will be floor number 5. So that's going to be our office space. We then have this floor, which gives us access to the parking lot, which is great, because I was kind of thinking this floor could either be for meetings or a break room. And I kind of want to say we'll do a break room here. We can do 2 meeting rooms, maybe right here. And then maybe we do buy out the ground floor. And this is where we could do some printing so that couriers don't have to go too far. And I'm almost inclined to say that we probably don't need both rooms. So we will terminate that lease. We'll turn this into a product printing room. These will be our meeting rooms. That's our break room. And then we'll do core team, audio team, marketing, support, etc., etc. We probably don't need all of this space for all of those teams, but that seems like a reasonable way to go. That seems like a good way to do things. And so that's how we're going to do it. All of the offices are largely going to be kind of the same, to be completely honest with you. So I'm going to select all of them. And at the very least, I want to get them painted a little bit differently. The interior is going to change per team, but the floors, honestly, do I want to go light on these ones? I kind of want to go a little different with them. I think we'll go for like a light floor on them, which seems fair enough. And then the interiors can change. Can I change the bathrooms? Can I decorate those? I can. Ooh, interesting. And floor colors, so I can change. Ooh, oh, would you look at that? That's kind of cool. All right, I might have to do something with the bathrooms. I'm not really too concerned about decorating those right now, but yeah, that's something we might want to look into. As for the offices themselves, we do have laptops. These guys are 108 months durability, 5% flammable. They are, I would assume, yeah, cheaper to run than the 90s computer. They don't have the same power. They are better sort of environment-wise and noise-wise. So maybe we give our people laptops. That might be the way to go. And we probably also want to look at how many people are per team. So the core team has 12, including the leader. So what I think we'll do is 6 per side here. And we'll keep it relatively simple. We'll not go too crazy with this. And I think we'll go with the laptops. I think the laptops are definitely going to be the way to go on this, and that'll be completely fine. In terms of decorations, I kind of just want to give them something relatively generic. I'm not yet at the point where I want to break down my teams into, you know, core designers, core programmers, and core artists. So I wonder if headphones would be the way to go. Noise canceling, social isolation doesn't seem like a good idea, but I feel like it would keep them happier if it's not a super loud room. I don't know. I don't know what way we want to go with that. We don't want a phone. That's kind of useless. The drawing tablet is great for artists, but I don't think we have any dedicated ones. Programming, design, service. I think we just do headphones. I think the headphones will be the way to go for now. Laptop, headphones, you know, work quietly. Don't bother anybody. That just seems like a good way to go. And then in terms of decorating the room, I'm going to hold off on doing anything too crazy because I think what I want to do, can I not put this in the middle of that wall? No. I think what I want to do is make them all a little bit unique in that regard. I don't want to have all of these offices be completely identical, although we can do the TV, and I do like the idea of the TV. I think that'll be pretty good. We could maybe do some bookshelves kind of next to the TV. If that's maybe not a thing I can do, unfortunately. Well, I sort of could. Maybe we just do them over here. Maybe, nope, I'll just, is it gonna, not gonna let me? Okay, we'll go there for the bookshelves. That's completely fine. We're not, well, maybe we do a water cooler in here as well. That might not be a terrible idea. We'll do one sort of up in this corner, something kind of like that should be perfectly fine. And am I missing anything? I guess carpets would be nice. I guess some paintings would be nice as well. So we can maybe go like right next to the TV with a couple of paintings or not. It's that wall right there that's causing me problems. Can I put them next to, nope, can't put them next to that either. Okay, you know what? We'll put it next to this door and that's perfectly fine. And so there we go. This is sort of going to be the layout for the core team. It's going to be the layout for the audio team as well. We'll probably start to change things up a little bit for the marketing guys and the support guys. But essentially what I'm going to do is turn my HUD back on, select everything in this room. I'm going to duplicate it and we're going to sort of move it down into this space right about here. We're going to go up and do the same thing with this side as well. And I know I said the rooms weren't going to be perfectly identical. Just bear with me, okay? It is what it is. It's fine. These guys actually have access to a balcony, which is interesting. I didn't realize, I mean, I wasn't really paying attention. I'm not going to lie. So I didn't really realize we were going to get access to balconies, but that's kind of cool. I like that a lot. So absolutely going to have access to those balconies. And I guess for these spaces here, so this will be our audio team. So the interior on this space is going to be sort of a dark, I think we'll go for a dark green is what we're going to go for there. Maybe a little bit more towards the bluish green. So kind of a gasoline green is kind of what we're looking at there. I think that's what you call that. I've played Grand Theft Auto online plenty. I've played a lot of Grand Theft Auto. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty sure is that sort of the shade? That's more like a racing green, I think. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what shade it is. It's a nice shade of green and it's what we're going to go for my audio team. So we'll go ahead and select both those rooms. We'll get it assigned to my audio team, much in the same way that these spaces are for the core team. And then what I'm going to do is actually go in here and just select all of the decorations on these tables. And I'm going to get rid of them because I want to make the rooms a little bit more unique. So those can go away. We can get rid of you as well. We'll turn off the labels, go back into build mode, and I'm going to get myself a nice table plant right about there. We'll go for right about there. We'll do another one right about there. We'll do one table plant on this side, just be a bit different. And then we'll give this guy a cactus. We can get a nice desk lamp right about here. Maybe another one right about there. And we'll do one right about there. And those, I just put 2 desk lamps in exactly the same place. Okay, you know what? It's fine. It's totally okay. That's 2 development spaces for 2 separate teams. How many people are actually on the audio team right now? There's only 8, so we could get 4 more, which is very exciting. Now, the support team only has 5 people. The accounting team has 3. I think what we'll do is split a floor for those guys. So we'll bring accounting up to 6 people, we'll bring support up to 6 people, and we'll see how that works out. So that might be this floor here. That might not be a terrible idea. Now, do I want to do the same layout? That's the real question. What actually ends up being useful for those different teams? So support and accounting, I mean, they're both services, right? It's both service jobs. So reasonably, it would just be phones. That's not terrible, honestly. I think that's maybe what we're going to do. So do I want to do those rooms differently is the real question. Do I want to have exactly the same layout for my support teams and my accounting teams? I kind of don't. I'm not going to lie. I'd like to change it up a little bit. So let's do exactly that. Let's kind of figure out what we're going to do for the support teams and the accounting teams. I do still want to get 6 people in here. That's still going to be kind of important. So that's 4, which is pretty solid. We could do this, and that would be 6. So we'd have 1 in here, 1 here, and then 1 on this desk, kind of with their back to the window. I don't know if that's a great idea because it might block things a little bit. I'm pretty sure it'll work though. So let's actually move these to be against the window. And I'm not sure if I want to do room dividers either. I don't think I do. I think we'll kind of avoid the room dividers. We'll go for something a little bit more open plan with these guys. So this will be our support team, I want to say. And we'll do a layout, a little something like this. I could just put one on this side, but I think we're going to go with this. I think this is a good idea. This might not be a good idea, but it's what I'm going to try and go for. So let's put you here. Let's put you. Is this the layout I want to go for? Wait a minute. No, hold on a minute. I want these to be mirrored is what I want them to be. So you're going to be there. These guys are going to be back to back. That's a terrible idea. It's what we're going to do though. We're going to go for this sort of open plan look for the support team. It's going to be completely insufferable. They're all going to need phones, which honestly probably would be a good reason to, that would be a really good reason to put room dividers in here. But you know what? We're committing to it. We're a modern company. Okay, you know what? I think that's a pretty good looking space for a support team. I think the purple was a really good shout. I think the rug underneath the desks was a good call. And I think moving everything into the middle has helped sort of tie the room together. The room dividers were definitely necessary. It would have been silly having all those phones blasting across from each other. So that's the layout we're going to go for. And honestly, I'm kind of thinking similar for the accounting team. I think in this case, we are probably just going to duplicate this and put it over on the other side. I think that's kind of just the easiest way to go here. So we'll do something like this. It's not blocking anything, which is good. I'm going to grab the rugs as well, duplicate those. And I kind of just like this style a lot. So we'll kind of just duplicate it for the 2 teams and it'll be completely fine. It makes sense. I think it just makes sense. They're 2 sort of service teams and that's how we're going to go. A lot of TVs in this space. I don't know if we're going to get quite as many over here, which is completely fine. So we'll go for middle of the wall. We'll go for, I want to say there. Middle of that wall should be completely fine for some TVs. We can do some clocks here as well, just to make sure everyone's nice and efficient. We'll do a bookcase right about here, and we'll do a little water cooler down that way. We'll do a nice plant down in that corner, I guess. And completely unrelated to the video, but it's something I'm dealing with very much right now. I've been sitting awkwardly in my chair for the past 25 minutes while I'm building all of this. My leg fell asleep. I moved. My leg's now awake and is really hurt. I'm in a lot of pain. A lot of pain. Whole lot of pain right now. You know that feeling when your leg kind of just wakes back up from sitting weird? Yep. Going through that right now. It's It's a thing. It's very much a thing. Let's go ahead and get some little desk lamps into these spaces as well. I don't want to be completely identical with it, so we'll do something like that. Maybe do a third one over in this space, and we'll do a little plant right about here. We'll do a plant down here as well. And I also want to grab the 2 couches because I kind of like those. I don't know if they'll get used, but I do like them. Now, when it comes to a color for this space, that one's going to be support. This one's going to be accounting. We did sort of a purple. Let's head back towards sort of let's do kind of an orangey color. I think something like that's pretty solid. So we'll go for that. We can select selecting these rugs is going to be a complete pain, isn't it? Because they're all going to be different. They're all going to be different kind of layouts. Oh man. Okay. Let me select furniture types. Let me go to colors. It is none of those. Oh boy. Maybe I just take a second and select the ones around the outside. And so with this all built, we should have space for the core team. We have space for the audio team. We have space for the accounting and support teams. The marketing team is getting a nice little upgrade here. Very similar looking space to the audio and core teams just because it is. And then we have some meeting rooms that I think look absolutely fantastic. Absolutely love these. And then we have a canteen down here. It's a little bit miserable looking, but it'll do the job for the time being. The only thing we don't have is some printing space, and that's going to be relatively easy. So we'll come in here. We're going to make this room considerably more gray than it is right now, and we'll get ourselves a little bit of distribution going. So I think the way I want to go here is I would like to work with maybe 4. Would 4 pallets be the way to go? I think 4 pallets might be the way to go. And then I think what we could potentially do here is get ourselves, let's see, conveyor belts. We'll go for a couple right there. We'll go for a bunch all the way down there. And what we can do is put some medium printers here and here. They are facing the wrong way, but that's fine. We can do 5 of them. Can I rotate those? Is that a thing? I don't think I can, unfortunately. So they are going to be facing the wall, but you know what? That's all right. We'll go ahead and have the drop-off points here, 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 and here. And so that way we have space for distribution, and that's pretty much all it needs to be. I would like to get some server space as well. Now that I think about it, we do have the tower server available. We could give it its own room, or we could just put it in here. Although admittedly, I'm also realizing we don't have any security space either. So what if we go ahead and lease this room? And what if we just sort of copy the styles across? So room color is going to be this, and that's completely fine. We can do a couple of servers, I think. So we'll do some tower servers. And I think what we'll do is go for these 4 back here as our source control. We don't have any hosting right now, but we could do, what if we, do I want to open a digital distribution platform? I think I do. So I think I'm going to go a little bit nuts with some servers here. Something like this. And that'll be, so this will be 1 server. If I select these guys and connect them, and then I select these guys and connect them, that gives us 2 servers, which is great. What I would like to do, wish I had my awards. I don't. I wish I did. What I would like to do is get a surveillance desk, and I could do 2 of these if I really wanted to. I don't know if I need to, but I could. And they're interesting looking for sure. I could do one here, and I could do one elsewhere. I don't really know. I think I might grab 2 of them just because it would be a bit of extra security. I'll tell you what, let's not overdo it for now. Let's just do, let's just do 1 surveillance desk for the time being. We'll put it right about there. And I want to see, can I do a little room divider next to this? I totally can. There we go. So we're going to do this, and that's going to nicely enclose the surveillance desk right there. That's the way to go. So that nicely encloses our servers, which is great. We are going to need a little bit of lighting in here. So let's get some of these guys, since they are exactly what we're going to be looking for. And that seems solid. That's a good space. So we just need to hire some security. They'll run the surveillance desk. That'll keep our cameras going. So if someone does break in, we can hopefully catch them. And we can open our own digital distribution platform, and we have source control, and that seems good. And so I think this is going to be what we go for for staff for the time being. We have security around the clock. We have cleaning in the morning and the evening, which we might want to expand a little bit. We have maintenance and IT support coming in the afternoon. And then we have couriers 2 in the morning to pick up that overnight load. And then 1 in the afternoon to pick up what we print after the fact. That should be fine. So let's go ahead and run things. Nothing's going to happen today. We'll go to tomorrow, which is going to be March of 1995. We did still make some money. We should have employees arriving by car. We should have them. Yeah, they're totally driving here themselves, which is great. And I'm totally here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. Quite a few of them are probably going to be waiting for the elevators, which is a little bit frustrating, but you know what? I'm excited about this. I'm excited to see how things look. I love seeing it all come together. That's nice. It is really nice seeing everyone get in here. And I'm excited to expand the teams as well, since we do have the room to do that now. The marketing team, the meeting rooms and all that good stuff. These guys down here in the break room. This is so good. And then if we look down here, we have the couriers coming in. We don't have any security right now. Where's security? Hello? Hold on a minute. Where's my security personnel? So you are at work right now. I have no idea where. You're here. Oh, we have a security room. I'm an idiot. We already, okay. Okay, well, you know what? Maybe I get more. Maybe I hire more security. That's totally fine. They're a little bit expensive, but I'm sure we can afford it. Let's sort by security. So 8, and we'll say 8 as well. We can say bring you up to 4 p.m. Seems like a solid shout. We'll bring you up to 4 p.m. as well. And then you guys are going to be midnight, essentially. So that'll keep us covered around the clock. That'll keep all the cameras going. That seems like a good way to go. I didn't realize this was here. That's deceiving. That's tucked out of the way. There's not one on the ground floor, which is fair enough. But yeah, that's fine. Let me have a look at my servers. So this one, the weaker of the two, is going to be SCM. So we'll go ahead and rename that. And then this one's just going to be store. We'll just call it the store server. And I guess we're going to try and open our own digital distribution platform. I don't know if it's going to be expensive. I don't really know how it works. There are only 4 of them, which is fair. So we could develop a digital distribution platform. That seems like a good idea. 5% revenue cut is considerably lower than everybody else. I'm going to go in. I don't think I can change this actually until I open my own platform. So we will go ahead and develop it. It is going to need system interface and networking, which, to be completely honest with you, I have no idea if anyone on any of my teams can do networking, but that's all right. It's going to be the core team. The product name can be whatever. So it's going to be source controlled there. The server is going to be store. I like that it auto selects those. Play. You know what, actually? Play is a good name. So Nerdrosoft Play is what we're going to go for. Design and development is going to be core. We are going to do file management, recommendation system. Can I just put everything in here? I absolutely can. That's fine. Less than a year to develop that. Hopefully we have the people to do it. Let's go ahead and throw it into the mix. We'll see if it works out. I'm hoping it doesn't take too long. It is going pretty quickly, which is great. We are still doing Kingdom 5, so it's reasonable, I think, to expect that they're going to prioritize that, which is obviously kind of what I want them to do. And I was fined money for failing to file a tax report. You know what? That's fine. It's probably time to expand these teams a little bit. So the core team is maxed out. The audio team can go from 8 to 8 to 12. So let's hire, unless I can do HR management. I think I can. So that's interesting. So audio 8, 4 and 4. So we could do 3 4s. We could do 5 5 2. I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll do 5 of these, and 2 of those, and that'll be fine. So that should get filled out. Actually, let's do 5 4 2, because one of those seats needs to be for the leader. Specializations for an audio team. We don't need all of them. We kind of need audio. We kind of need systems. I don't know what else we need for audio tools, actually. That's probably something I should look into. I think development, I mean, we're not going to need 3D. We're not going to need hardware. We're going to need system, 2D, audio, maybe networking. I actually have no idea. I really don't. Salaries are going to be high, and that should be fine. I guess it's going to automatically hire once I unpause, but let me take a look and see. If we look at audio tools, it's audio, it's 2D, and it's systems. Okay, well, that's fine. If we go back to the audio team, HR management, it was system, 2D audio, no networking. That's okay. Education level, max that out. Education amount is the number of people at a time that can go on education. That should be fine. If I run this, we should see the audio team fill up to 12 people. Good. So now that that's sorted, we can look at the core team, and can we do the same? We actually can, which is great. So what I think I'm going to do with the core team is I'm going to hire 4. They kind of do anything at the minute. So I think we'll do the same thing. 5, 4, and 2. Wait, have I done the wrong numbers? What did I do for the audio team again? HR management was 5, 4, 2. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that'll bring us to 11, which is fine. So this guy will be 5, 4, 2 as well. Specializations can be anything. We don't necessarily want these. They're not doing service stuff, but they can do all the development. Salary is going to be high. Education level, let's max that out. Education amount, 3 people at a time. Handle wages, handle complaints, role selections, whatever. That should be fine. That should keep us pretty good for that team. But we're up to 13 people. That's not what I needed. I don't know who we just hired, but that is not what I needed. I don't need 13 people on that team. So I messed up somewhere. Anyway, when it comes to accounting and support, we're just going to hire them the old-fashioned way. So we're going to filter by compatibility with the accounting team. We are going to look for specializations, which will be based on services. So we want service, we want accounting, secondary is none, doesn't really matter. And then traits don't really matter either. So let's go ahead and begin looking, and we have good, which is good. So you can do level 3 accounting. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So let's get you hired. And the accounting team was, yeah, we can get 2 more. Okay, let's go for it again. Same old little search right there. You can do accounting. That's 1 more that we can hire. Let's bring you in as well. So that's now 6 people on the accounting team. The support team can have 1 more person. So we'll begin looking based on support. You're going to be going to the support team, and we will begin looking. We have good compatibility. Let's go for Marlene right here. So you are hired, and that should be those teams maxed out quite nicely. And then for the marketing team, can I automate you? I absolutely can. So what we'll do is go for 11 people in the service specialization for marketing. That should bring marketing up to 12 people overall, assuming they have a leader that can do that for us, which doesn't seem to be the case right now, which is a little bit frustrating. It's any time now. There we go. All right. So that's not bad. The supported operating systems for Kingdom 4 no longer have any users to sell to. That's interesting. So how we sold, what, 652,000? We made some pretty good money. But yeah, we have now kind of maxed it out. Let me have a look. Let me sort by release date. So let me go to Kingdom 4 and let me get you ported to some new operating systems, because I'm sure there are a few. Yeah, this one in particular, this is the one that has that 3D editor support. We're going to want to work on that. In fact, we're probably going to want to look at a lot of these operating systems for Kingdom 4. For Nerdrosoft Wave 2, probably a similar story. Yeah, Tiger X is going to be kind of the new big thing. For Canvas, going to be a similar story. Let's put it on to Tiger X. That's going to be a lot of work for the core team. So we'll go ahead and sort of swing things around a little bit. I think what I want to do is prioritize the Canvas port over to Tiger X first, so that we can just sort of get that out of the way. We'll bring these other guys down in terms of priority, and we'll just try and get one done at a time. Obviously, Kingdom 4 is a big money maker, but I think we'll be okay. We'll get one at a time. We'll make the money from Canvas and Wave 2 and so on and so on, and everything's going to be good. You have been nominated for an award in 1 out of 4 categories. Do you want to see the results? Absolutely. Most profitable product. I got 3rd place. What was it? Wave 2. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. I wasn't expecting Wave 2 to be all that profitable, but yeah, I'm absolutely here. Wait, wasn't Wave 2? Wave 2 was, wait a minute. Wave 2, 20 million in, okay. All right. I mean, it did come out a year ago and it's made 20 million since. Good Lord. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. I would like that award. This is my audio team. Let's give it to them. That seems fair. Hopefully it doesn't get stolen, which is what I'm going to choose to believe that's what happened to my last award. Or Bob Newby took it with him when he quit. He took the award and that, what was it, $8 million? I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure with his $8 million, he needed to take that award, but yeah. I'm sure that's what happened. What I've realized as well is my audio team, they are working on this. You know what? We'll keep the support team. We'll keep the support team working on this. While that's going on though, I want to start working on a 3D editor, which means we are going to need more development space. So I'm going to lease these 2 rooms. I'm going to grab the designs of these rooms. Yeah, I am going to do a little bit of cloning here. It's going to be a bit cheeky, but it's fine. It's totally fine. So this is going to live here. This room, we're going to grab everything and we're going to duplicate down to this space. And that should be totally fine. These are essentially going to be they're going to be our 3D team spaces. So let's get it all painted up nicely. The interior is going to be this. The floor is going to be this. The interiors and these are not going to be red, by the way. I'm just doing that to make things nice and simple. I think the interior for the 3D team can be, we've done red, we've done green-ish, we've done orange-ish, we've done purple. We haven't really done pink. We haven't done pink, so I guess we'll go for sort of a pinkish color. And I'm sort of here for it. It's hard to tell what color it is given it's nighttime, but we'll assume that this is a good choice. And you know, I'm thinking I might have assumed wrong, but we're gonna commit to it at this point. It's fine. What I would like to do is select all of these little guys in this room and just change them out for something else. I think we will just go for the headphones. I think in terms of colors for the headphones, we'll go for just this. Seems fine. Just the nice white headphones right there. And this room is already set up for a 3D team. So that's what I'm going to need to figure out next is what do we need for a 3D editor? It is 3D. It is systems. That is it. So, I mean, yeah, that's not bad. I don't know if we have any other 3D editors on the market. Is there an existing framework for it? There's Real 3D, which has a few things in it, but given that it's not, I mean, I don't want to give them 7.7% royalties. So I think we will just do our own thing and we'll just call it I don't know what to call it. The Nerdrosoft. The framework names never really matter. We'll just do the Nerdrosoft 3D engine. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do we're not going to call it the Nerd. We're going to call it the Vector engine because we're going to call this Vector. All right. It's that simple. It's going to be Nerdrosoft Vector is the name of our 3D editor because of course it is. All right. It's just how it has to be. Now, this will be interesting. I want to make this thing as good as I possibly can. It's an original IP. It's not in-house. That's fine. I don't know what any of this stuff means. We'll do GPU rendering. That seems like a good idea. We can do motion capture. That seems like it would be about a year. We could flip this interest around, which would be great. Mesh subdivision. I don't know what that means, but I guess procedural objects could be kind of interesting. That needs some artists. Particles. People like particles, right? We'll do people like particles, right? That's how development works. Yeah, people like particles. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, let's try and keep this relatively simple. Actually, we're gonna need some level 2 system programmers and designers. We're not gonna do bit mining. That seems like a terrible idea. We can do, I don't know. We'll do this. We'll do skinning, I guess. We'll do skinning. So we're going to need 4 designers. Oh boy, that's more than I think we can manage. We might want to bring that down. We'll do Boolean operations. So 4 designers, 6 programmers, 2 artists. That'll be our 12, which is completely fine. That's fine. It's 105. You know what? We're going to do 99. No, we're not. We're going to do 96, 69. It's going to be our price right there. Next page, it's only one operating system supports it. It has 960,000 active users. That's perfectly fine. We can analyze the market. And what's interesting about this, I've seen a couple of people talking about this system. I saw someone on Discord talking about it as well. From what I gather, if you target the things that, so market saturation is what this is. I've read this wrong is what I'm getting at. And what I mean by that is right now, there is a lot of market saturation for rendering. There is less saturation for modeling and less for animation. So if I focus on modeling and animation, and if I apply this, that is better because the market is not saturated with those things right now. So that's kind of what we're going to do. I was also thinking I could move this around a little bit to kind of get rid of some of this wasted interest. I don't like that I don't seem to be able to do that. I can just hit auto balance actually to sort of fix that, which is very exciting. But if I analyze the market and apply this, that kind of changes it. So what do I want to go into more? So it's modeling and animation. So basically if I just push in that direction and kind of more towards the modeling side, and if I pull it back sort of this way, is there anywhere I can get, can I just get 100? I can auto balance there. So we're going to go more towards the modeling and a little bit, I guess a little bit less towards the animation. We'll just auto balance for 96% interest. That's fine. It's still pushing in a direction that's not being covered. We're doing less about animation. It's whatever. That is still going to be 4 designers, 7 programmers. Ugh. I don't love that, but it's okay. We're not going to be assigning it to anybody. It's going to be the 3D team, and it's going to be the 3D team. That's fine. No publisher. We'll do it ourselves. 4 designers, 7 programmers, 2 artists. That's completely fine. We're going to develop it. I know there's no one there, so it's 4, 7, and 2. Yes, I would like to continue doing that. I can assign a leader in just a second. I might need to change the layouts of these rooms, but I'm willing to say it'll be fine. Leader and then designer. Salary is going to be high. Specialization doesn't really matter. I guess multitasking, automation, socialization will be good. We can do some meetings and we'll begin looking. So you're going to be going into the 3D team. Your skill is going to be kind of important here. So what can you do? You can do systems. You can do a little bit of 3D. I kind of need someone that's a bit better in 3D. So you're not bad. You can do some 3D art as well, which is great. You can do HR. You can do socialization. So Kathy Walters, congratulations. You're going to be the leader of the 3D team. Let's get you situated just like so. So primary role is that. Secondary is going to be designer, programmer, artist. That's fine. Oh boy, I'm hoping that I'm making the right choices here. And then it was what, 472? Now she's sort of a designer, so she can kind of be considered one of the 4. But let's do, oh, how do I want to do this? Let's do 4, 5, and 2. Wait, that would give us 11 plus hers. Yeah, we'll do 4, 5, 2. That seems so 4 more designers, 5 programmers, 2 artists. And so just like that, we have ourselves a 3D team. They're all working on Nerdrosoft Vector, which is great news. Bunch of people going to the break room, which is fair enough. A little bit of a meeting going on in here with the 2 people from the support team. And then a little something going on over here with the marketing team as well. Not bad. This guy kind of looks like a prisoner. I'm not going to lie. The striped shirt really, he looks like a prisoner. He looks like, you know, we might want to do a background check on that guy. Not really too sure what's going on there. A little bit concerning. Not going to lie. A little bit concerning. Anyway, let's go ahead and prioritize Nerdrosoft Vector. We'll get those guys working on that. Let's prioritize the porting of Wave 2 onto Tiger X so that we can get that making a little bit more money, even though it made a whole bunch in the last year, which is fantastic news. But if it can make more, then that's going to be better news. So, you know, why have some of the money when I can have all of the money? That's kind of the approach that Nerdrosoft is going with right now. So we'll see if that works out. And the porting is going so quickly there, which is absolutely fantastic news. Vector is coming along quite nicely too. So hopefully we can finish this port job. We absolutely can. And then we'll move on to porting King Doom 4 onto a few new operating systems as well. What I'm interested in is to see just how much money we make. So we're at 115. We're still at 115. We're actually, are we losing money now? Yeah, we're really not doing much in sales, which is a little bit sad. That's definitely a little bit sad. I don't love that. We do have an audio tool. We have Wave 3 coming out next year, which is good news considering Wave 2 was hugely successful. King Doom 5 at this point, I don't remember what year I said I wanted that to come out in. I think, did we say 96? Because I don't think it's going to be 96. We could aim for we could aim for like end of Q1, beginning of Q2, 1997, throw number 6 straight into development and try and have it out before the end of 1999. That might be the way to go. That might be the way to go. I think what we should do at the very least is go ahead and move. We are not good at networking. Can I have a look at my core team? Do we have anyone on the core team that's ready to be educated right now? Audio core, not really. We need to get some people that can do networking. That's kind of what's holding us up on the digital distribution thing. So it might not be a bad idea. Once we have ourselves some people that can be educated on that core team, it might not be a bad idea to look into that. Although, let me have a look here. Networking is actually pretty good. We just don't have any high-level networking designers. So maybe it's just a matter of time until we do. I have 1.4 million due in taxes. Oh boy. Is that something that my accounting team is going to be able to deal with? There are more of them than there have been before. So, oh yeah. Let's crunch a little bit just to get that done pretty much immediately. They're not going to love doing this, but it does at the very least mean that I will have my taxes paid, and that's going to be better than not having my taxes paid. So there we go. That'll keep them happy. Not going to bother getting any gold until, well, no point getting gold until I have my own building and until I have my own basement to store it in. So we're not going to worry too much about the gold. All right. So with Nerdrosoft, or not Nerdrosoft, with King Doom ported to all of the operating systems, let's go ahead and prioritize Nerdrosoft Play. And to be completely honest, I think what we're going to do is try to just immediately move this thing. As soon as this iteration's done, I want to immediately move it into active development, because I think we're spending a little bit too long getting this thing into a good place. Networking is a little bit slow, but it's not the end of the world. It might not be until next month that this thing actually moves into a beta, which is a bit frustrating. Vector is coming along very nicely. I think I'm willing to kind of push it into development a little sooner than later, just so we can get that thing moving and hopefully into a good place. And like I said, Nerdrosoft Play, the distribution platform, let's push you into development as well. That's hopefully not going to take too long to do. Vector is hopefully not going to take too long to go out either. I would like both of these to go out as soon as is possible. And then I guess King Doom, I feel like we should maybe split. I think these should be joint priorities. I think this is where we're starting to reach a point where we do need to have dedicated designers and dedicated programmers, because we have people overlapping everywhere. And so the same people that are designing King Doom 5 are developing Nerdrosoft Play, and it's definitely causing some issues. We might want to break things down a little bit further, but we don't have the space. That's why we would need to get our own building. Now, admittedly, I did say that if we can hit $250,000, we will go for our own building. I think what we could potentially do, we're being robbed, really? Really? Okay, that's surprising. Also, we've just released Nerdrosoft Wave 3. Wasn't expecting that. They went home empty-handed, which is great. How is Wave 3 looking? It is good. It's better than the last one. Good is good. Marketing's a little bit sparse. It is hopefully going to be in a bunch of systems. Can we get everybody working to port this to, oh wow, Tiger X is 2.1 million users. Yeah. Wave 3 immediately onto Tiger X, and Wave 3 on top of that. Let's start printing. Let's have a look at this. Let's say a maximum of 100,000 in stock for now. That might be enough. It might not be enough. I've got no idea. We will we'll find out. We'll maybe order some copies as well. Do 150,000 since it was the last one was relatively popular. We'll give that a shot. and see how that goes. I'm hoping for good things. We did make money, which is great. We have 26 employees in vacation. That's not good. Wave 3, 1.5 million, 27,000 units. Could be better. That sparse marketing isn't doing us any favors. And I can't help but wonder if my marketing team is now in vacation. Well, some of them are, but hopefully not all of them. Anyway, I think we're probably at a point where we can leave it there for today. We've moved into this skyscraper, which is pretty cool. I think it looks pretty good. We get some nice offices. We got everybody doing their thing. We are getting there with Nerdrosoft Play. I would definitely like it to be a little bit more done than it is. I wasn't expecting to spend 1996 working on a digital distribution platform, and it's definitely going a bit slower since, well, we don't have anyone that's good at networking, basically. It's getting there, but the art's holding us back too. I wasn't expecting that. Definitely wasn't expecting the art to be holding us back. The code is going to be solid, which is great. I'm okay with that. Once the art is done, which is hopefully going to be, well, it'll probably be by the end of the year. That'll be great. We can get that out the door. Hopefully we can have a decent market share with that platform. Hopefully we can take over with that platform. That's kind of the end goal, but we'll find out next time what's going to be happening with Nerdrosoft Play. Definitely was hoping to have King Doom 5 out by 1997. It's now the end-ish of 1996. A bit worrying that it's not gone out the door. We might have to sort of refocus a little bit. Might not be a bad idea to get a games team now that I think about it, because the core team sort of bounces around everything. We might want to look into changing that up a little bit, or we could try. There's sort of other ways to do things that I don't usually do. We could make a networking team. We could make how would we do that? I guess, yeah, we could do like a networking team that has like 8 designers, 8 programmers, and then we just put that team on anything that needs networking. And then those guys only do networking. That might be, we'll figure it out next time. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to waffle on too much longer. We're going to leave it there for today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. It has been an absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.